If you're watching this, there's a good chance you've already tried to change. You've read the books, listened to the podcasts, and maybe even done some journaling. And yet, here you are. Still battling the imposter syndrome, still questioning yourself when no one else is, still repeating the behaviors you hate about yourself, and promising quietly that next time it'll be different. But it isn't. And that's the part that probably hurts the most. Because you're not unaware, you're not unmotivated, you're not lazy. You know what you're doing. You just can't seem to stop doing it. The overthinking, people-pleasing, the shrinking, and the self-doubt that shows up at the exact moment you need confidence the most. Maybe you've even felt it, that quiet loss of identity, and you look at your life and think, I've built so much, so why do I feel so disconnected from myself? You hold everything together for everyone else. You function, you perform, and you cope, but inside there's a frustration and an exhaustion, and deep down a sense of why is this still happening? And maybe the hardest part is that you're scared that this might just be how you are. But here's the truth that most people never hear. If insight alone created the change, you would already be living differently. Knowing why you do something doesn't stop the pattern. Trying harder doesn't override the unconscious behavior. And positive thinking does not dissolve the beliefs that were formed under pressure, fear, or survival. Those patterns you hate, they weren't created because you were weak. They were created because at some point they worked and they protected you and they kept you safe. They helped you survive something, even if that something was subtle. But now they're completely outdated. And every time you try logic your way out of them, your nervous system pulls you straight back in. This is why one-on-one coaching works when everything else hasn't. Because it doesn't sit in theory, and it doesn't offer a generic tool, and it doesn't ask you to fix yourself. One-on-one coaching works at the level where those patterns live. It identifies your unconscious loops, the beliefs that you didn't choose, and the identity that you're slowly adapted to without even realizing that you were. And in a safe, focused space, those patterns can finally loosen. And eventually, you start to understand, create regulation, and intentional rewiring. This is where the self-doubt softens and where the imposter syndrome stops running the show. This is where clarity replaces constant mental noise. And if you want less anxiety, less self-doubt, and less internal fighting, and more clarity, confidence, and grounded sense of who you are, then the one-on-one coaching isn't just a last resort. It's that missing layer. And it starts with just one conversation, our conversation. So fill out the form and let us have this much needed conversation together. Bye for now.